guys were throwing at city parks and different places with our complex shut down. And as I told you earlier, it got where guys were wanting to get off the mound, just have some kind of slope to pitch off of. The high school fields were shut down. I contacted some coaches that I know and just couldn't get on to some of the high school fields and any place. So just went and built a mound, went online, did a little DIY research, and figured out how to build a mound, and made a little project with my son and I. Built a mound, put it in the truck, and would go around to the parks and just let guys get off the slope a little bit. So tried to kind of each group that was playing at different parks and different times, tried to hit them once a week or so with the mound so they could get out there and just feel the slope.
I think a lot of us were in Arizona, and we had groups, small groups of 2 and 3 guys that would go to a park and keep 6 feet in distance between each other. And there was probably 3 or 4 groups in Arizona that were working out together. So that was good. It was good for not just, keeping our arms or our bodies in shape, but just for team chemistry and everything. So Arizona had a good setup. And then up here in Colorado, there was a group. So I think a lot of our team were all together, working together, staying together with this hard time that, we're all everyone's getting hit hard with this. So we're all just trying to stay together. Probably 8 to 10 pitchers that were out in Arizona. There was, I lived by Pazos, Wade Davis was out there. We had Almonte. There was a group of Marquez was out there. There was a group of guys. We weren't all together. We had to keep our groups pretty small. But it was good, knowing we had each other miles away. So it was good for our team. Arizona, it was getting, we knew that it was going to pick up after it got let down. You knew the numbers were going to go back up. So the Rockies, MLB did a great job with, keeping us informed and making sure, we were safe and, following the protocols of, staying in your house, ordering everything to your house, not going outside, washing your hands, wearing your mask. They were really good at keeping us safe and, our families safe. So yeah, as a catcher, it's a certain position. So I'm pretty used to that, but at the same time, I was trying to keep myself healthy too. I was trying to be very smart on who I could catch, and know where my circle and keep my circle as small as possible. So I was doing my best trying to manage that. And, I felt like I was able to be able to catch and be able to talk to as much about baseball with the guys during this last 3 months that we're throughout this pandemic. So I feel like we had a good thing going in Arizona with the groups we had.
I talked to Tony quite a bit. I actually never saw him during the shutdown until he got here to Coors. The guys I threw to during this shutdown was Munoz, Cunningham, and Max George. But I was in communication with Tony throughout this. We had a couple phone calls discussing, once season starts back up again, talking about arsenals, attacking hitters, how we want to kind of think about changing our perspective of how to attack teams game in, game out.
Well, this definitely isn't normal. Right? Even the fan on the street knows nothing about what's taken place with Major League Baseball or the world has been normal over the last 4 months. So the stoppage certainly created an unusual set of circumstances for coaches and players. So with us, we stayed connected through Zoom. Many of the guys stayed down in Arizona with D. Scott. And then here we started about a little over a month ago, throwing some sides and, had worked up to facing hitters. And then, we got shut down. And that late shutdown, set us back a little bit instead of just progressing and going right into live BPs right out of spring training or right at the beginning of this summer camp. We've had to do a slight rebuild from a standpoint of, doing a few sides before we get into live BPs. So that's where we're at. It feels unusual. It's definitely not the norm, but we're making the most of it. And it's just a shortened spring training, and it's just getting guys ready in a shorter amount of time. And they may not be able to go as long right at the beginning of this 60 games, but it won't take them long. I mean, they're going to be close.
Every week, the starting pitchers had a little Zoom meeting once a week, and we would, Fossey would throw us a little video of inspiration or let one of us lead the Zoom meetings. So, I mean, we kept it light, we kept it fun, just to see each other and talk to each other and see what things are going on. And that's how they kept up with us. So we were always telling them, our throwing program, our bullpens, the day we threw lives and all that. But, I mean, every time we had a meeting, everyone was, throwing regularly, throwing their bullpens. So we're in good shape. Our arms are in good shape right now. Yeah, I got the second one. Fossey gave us a video of a horse, a racing horse, that I think raced for like 13 years, and he was just a winner. On one of his last races, he was like in dead last and ended up finishing. But it was just it was like a little inspirational video to talk about how our starting staff are horses. We want to be those horses that come in. We might fall back, but we're going to finish ahead.